maybe just losing in the top lane gracefully. And it looks like that Zion is going to be the option. And we'll have to see if Mirwan's having a good day and he can just body the matchup and try and make that Renekton lane work for him. But anyone but Jollyman is welcome to...
well, do we know where Jollyman is from? What if he's Canadian?
Jollyman's Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Maybe Jollyman is the person who puts them up on our broadcast. Have you ever thought that?
True.
It's two-fold hexes, and it means a lot of that burst damage that comes through from the Electrocuting Arrow is good as Super just sends it on in, but Valkyrie's not on top for Upset, which would add damage, but hey, never mind. Bit of Phosphorus Bomb and a couple autos, that'll do. Upset dodges away from not the big one, but the big one is in the hole. There it is, hits, good shield from Lospa to save the health bar of his AD carriers. Vladdy is in danger. As you said, the Between Worlds needs to be used now. But Jojo hits in mid-air.
MKOI in the mid lane. And even on that bottom side as well, Super and Alvaro fighting back against Upset. We talked about that Sheen spike for the Corki you want to play on. And that's exactly jungle help to achieve this, is easily setting up MKOI on the map. Razor trying to see if he can find something against Jojo.
Boy, 3 Talon strike. Wait for the audacious charge. Wind becomes lightning, tags him, but going in, Razor, hang on a minute, brother, did you know? He flashes away, and I have to say, Razor, it was very obvious they were doing Drake, and they were there.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. And now Mirwan's like, hang on, there's a lone jungler in here, and I'm Renekton with Black Cleaver and ult? This sounds great.
Oh, cheeky Krog. Razor just used audacious charge, so now he has no way to get on out. He's got no Crescent Guard either, so it's a free kill. It's solo for Mirwan, and Fnatic will be able to with the wave coming in. Mirwan will have that health stacking and ability to survive. Looking for the Rain of Anger to get to half HP as the circle comes out. There's the flash. Mirwan close to Dominus when it's there. Okay, the minion wave being shredded out. Razor almost tanks too far, but the Wild Growth helps Upset get the shutdown. While meanwhile, the dive on the bottom side does the exact same thing. Kill, however, goes over to the jungler as Jojo. We go back to his camera. Onto Vladdy, shifting sands, bopped away between worlds, but into Jojo's hands, flushed away from the two-fold hex. Jojo was so comfortable in our league as Vladdy getting bullied out by yet another matchup. This time it is Super as he holds on to the big one to threaten as Mirwan is going to get dove again, but guess what? Dominus up again. There's the wave to clear on out as Upset wants a bit more gold, but the wave is way too thin. We just turn back and look towards mid instead because there's the turret going down and a 3k gold lead. First turret blood going over to MKOI.
Mirwan just backing away. He's like, look, we're winning it elsewhere. I don't need to be here. Now he has support though. Goes back in.
Hello. They're going to go on in. Remember, Dominus is there, popped immediately onto Razor, who's right in the circle, and now Yoyo joins in. This ain't the same play as Teleport's going to come in, but maybe a little bit too late. Vladdy joins in, but he doesn't have that between worlds. Upset went into 2 people, and I don't know what Fnatic are doing, but MKOI love it. A triple over to Mirwan.
Get a couple of kills, and that could snowball me into a position I can hold the game. Unfortunately, it's a risk that doesn't pay off because Super was there, but I think it's a risk that you have to take as a player in that situation.
Yeah. So granted, you know, Upset close to getting another kill, getting some gold, and he has been the one who's been the strongest out of Fnatic here in this game, but now the game...
I mean, it's just a case of, do they just connect with the top lane instead? Because Fnatic are investing so much in holding this.
Raz looks like, I got a face check, guys. Here comes a Crescent Guard, but Elyoya blocking out for the time being. That shield is out, but now the Crescent Guard's down, Razok flashes away while Jojo sends a Scion into the team. Super will pick up that one. Jojo's now ultless, but he can just auto down. Upset gets a return kill, which, when you're this far behind, trading even ain't bad. But remember, it is where the peak is outrageous. Sometimes you can be a little bit of an inter, but that's fine. You're Jackie Love, you know, that's the way. Super's like that. Overstepping on a mid-wave, that's Jackie Love. Is he caught out? Yes. Flashes away. Arc Light of Ruin slows him down. Barrier's there. The ulti. That's Jackie Love. But the rest of the team is going to benefit off it. His tidal wave is a 3-man between Welts and Vladdy. Runs him into the rest of MKOI. That wasn't good at all. And Mirwan maybe like the shy. He's found an angle. He's found a good one at that. It'll take the blast cone to get back over. While the rest of MKOI clean it on up. You know what? Super, if you're watching this, I think you like Jackie Love. Lofter's going to run back. A double kill already given over to Jojo where the rest fall. And the funniest thing is, the timing could not be more perfect as Super dies, but the rest of the team will carry it home.
Thank God he has Prime Rookie in his mid lane with Jojo. Yes. Otherwise, that would have been an absolute disaster. But they get the kill under tower, they get the mid lane tier 2. and MKOI come away with a couple of
Crazy. This has been one of the best additions to LEC, watching chat.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I'm glad
I know you are a chat aficionado. I see you in the
like,
Twitch. It just feels like it's, again, similar to the Sivir game where he has played well and has gotten these leads, but his team is not setting them up.
Razork knock up, Alvaro dead. Okay. Hey, Upset just got a shutdown on it. We were talking about it last night. This reminds me of LPL.
Yeah.
As this time's going to go down. Guys, we are just waiting for this big play that happens in front of Drake or Baron. For now, like, MKOI have full reign of the map. This reminds, here comes Mirwood. Let's see a fight happen. Fnatic have bought their time. Flight is going to set it up. The weirding out. He gets poked out. And look at this already. So many members of Fnatic are losing their health bars on the side of the fight. Razork has no choice but to pull the button in. But Mirwood threatens from the side. Here's Jojo again. He ulties. He dies.
Upset.
Fnatic have found a fight. It's 1-for-1 though. So now Upset has to step forward. But Super is still a big threat. And the problem I see is that Razork died, giving away a smite. And while Jojo might be a big turkey, that Dragon is free for MKOI.
Look, it is Lospa and Upset holding hands, hoping that they can try and keep this one going. The Mikhail's Crucible was so good in that fight, and now Upset healing up. They want to keep going.
Super's playing at edge, but he has Valkyrie available, teleport available. Mirwin joins in now with the TP shield. Emperor's happy to tank it up, but the Dragon at 4K. You need Upset to carry the fight once again. Dominant gets pulled out with the polymorph, but they're turning on Emperor. The Super flashes away, but Emperor is not out of harm's way. The front line from Mirwin helping keep Upset at bay, but there's a slice and dice. Dominant's used to get into the fight. Upset on the back end, he's dead. Elyoya found the mark after the Infernal Soul goes with it. Bloody running for the hills while Elyoya charges them down. But even though it's messy, even though Fnatic finds something, it's not over yet. Jumping in, Elyoya onto Vladdy. He gets polymorph, which probably saves the life of the mid laner. As Super gets charged by Razork, he went in solo. Razork just dies though. The core
position at the start of this that makes it so difficult for Fnatic to play because you end up with the Pyros.
Baron and Fnatic, they had Razork die at the end of the play from Super, and so there won't be another contest.
At the same time, and now they're going to ship back across the mid.
Ulti though, they found Super. There's Blast going there, doesn't get hit though. Valkyrie out of the way, Emperor's engaged. He's in a choke in a corridor, but Alvaro at the front line. Razork thinking about an angle. His teleport's going to be burned, but Mirwin stays on his right wing. Well, Jojo, now that he's here, I mean, now that he's firing away, Emperor goes to half HP, but MKOI are just going to do their due diligence, running in, never mind, Emperor sent over the wall. Jojo, he went in deep for this, but I think he's fine. Razork can't do the damage to kill him down as he runs out of the ulti. MKOI find a double, and Elyoya happy with the GA to run into Upset. And even though Upset will probably burn this GA eventually, how can he kill the rest? Clyde of Ruin gets Super to half HP between rolls is good. Super runs away. Never mind. I was wrong. Onto Upset. Ruthless Predator. Mirwin, he's going to do it. And so is Jojo as Fnatic have to run away. But it took a Crocodile running at Upset to stop any chance of a comeback for Fnatic. As MKOI are going to be on the next first in this series. And Mirwin, Jojo, good fights that lead to the success and a good love story for Jojo to open up the series.
I mean, clean from MKOI, using the fact that Jojo got such a good lead in the mid lane. But
right, what do we have? Misfortune does have the setup here. So MKOI, yeah, I mean, look, that has a bit of range. There's no mobility here, and there's no protection in the form of an enchanter for Super. So he has to play perfect. Otherwise, the range...
Oh, it's not. Oh, sorry, reset for Super on the bottom side, though. It means that...
He's out.
It's Alvaro.
He's not. Deadly Flourish misses the charm, rather the hook, and Lospa gets a flash out of him, but we're waiting for another dredge line as Alvaro at max range here, but Razork gets over the wall. Alvaro with the long chase as Vladdy can't really join in yet. Deadly Flourish does some damage. Tangle Barb's out as well. Wasting time is Alvaro, which means there ain't going to be an invade, but there is going to be a kill with first blood over to Razork.
It took a while, but they finally...
And if you need a bit of a catch-up, Jojo's doing pretty well in the lane after finding a small CS lead. And I have actually found out that Jojo in his career, he's got 4 wins out of 6 on his Lysandra, and he actually played it in the 2023 LCS Spring Playoffs, which ain't too far away from Mickey playing it in 2023 as well. Razork is deep.
Where are we off to here?
He is deep. Razork needs to get out and find a way home. Click the heels together, say there's no place like home, and you'll find a way as Razork, just at the edge of the minion wave. He's
I think Alvaro's going to kill him.
Oh, Paranoia. Oh, it's a free kill. Level 6 hit first. Elyoya just got a kill as Razork doesn't even waste any of his time. Brush, they know it's free. Vault Breaker in behind him. There's a cease and desist. Mirwin, no flash available, was burned before. Emperos gets a slow down with the Notoko strikes and the all-out. Mirwin bopped around for the kill to go to Emperos, and Jojo, he's teleported in on Emperos. The glacial path will get him out of dodge, but now he's thinking, what can he do? Vault Breaker. Jojo caught up. Still no Frozen Tomb until now. Heals him up a little bit here as he's trying to get these ice shards in. And
yes, they've gone the entire way around blue buff, which maybe gives MKOI enough time to burn this down.
Jojo has the ulti again, wait for the Vault and Battery, and I'm waiting for Razork to get on him for the smite. Still no Pop Blossom instead. Razork can't move, and he won't get to play the fight. The flash over Elyoya as the charm doesn't connect, the flea in place, and Jojo drops down the ringer. If you can coordinate with the rest of your team.
It's also her early damage is pretty high. She does fall off later on, but we may get a point to case here.
Path used. Here we go. Maybe he can just ulti in the middle of everyone. He gets charged into Jojo, waiting it out. Pop Blossom instead, but no, he didn't even use, or maybe he did at one point, but Fnatic winning the start of the fight. Upset, now getting his autos down, and Elyoya is looking for an escape path, but it's going to be followed by Vladdy. Alvaro roots up after Vladdy gets himself down, but still Alvaro on his escape path will get a charm in right to the back of the neck, and Upset with a kill. Fnatic.
And that just is the game for Fnatic. So instead they have to give up the Rift Herald, and at least that should give more gold in towards the likes of Supa, because he is the one obviously that's lacking quite a bit here, and you definitely want this. Fnatic should be able to take this before he gets into position.
Which is good, a really good sneak. It's Dragon stacking, and as you said, no position, no Dragon taken. Fnatic on the board. Herald's going to be used in mid. His turret's definitely dying as the charge should be instantaneous. But Supa is not going to even let it charge, so no damage taken. Who's going to mount it is the next question as Herald turns around.
Can you get it to bot lane? Looks like it should be able to with the position here.
This is hard to curve, no?
Oh. No, should have us, yeah.
Nice. They're pro players. Well done.
Yeah, and this gives you 2 towers off the back of that. Crucially, the gold in the mid being given to Supa alleviates some of that gold lead. That is
for MKOI as they crest upon 2,000 gold again.
Heroes overextending though. Doesn't know Elyoya is here.
Do you think you can kill him? I guess Nocturne will shred. As, yeah, slowed down. He's flipped back though, and the damage is very slow. Ring of Frost, and there we go. There's the tomb, and I doubted the damage, but Elyoya has enough as he stands his place and attacks.
MKOI just making sure that they didn't give Emperos any action through that wall.
Not like Ash, I mean Hawk Shot. That's also a bit silly. That's the original silly.
No,
Hawk Shot not costing anything. I'll set it up, cease and desist. It's Alvaro though, trying to bait it out, but the charm's still good enough. Pop Blossom comes down in the meantime. There's one, but Fnatic are engaging a bit too far. Glacial Path, Jojo, he's frozen in the middle. The tomb is for Fnatic. MKOI now launched with no fear because this Lissandra is here. Setting up with a triple quadra deny.
Was cosplaying Supa. So Razork immediately dove onto him and was like...
And none the wiser now with a 6k gold lead. Third Dragon going to MKOI. If there was a nail in the coffin for this series, that could have been it. And Jojo.
Although actually, sorry, they should be back.
But the problem is, by then, MKOI just going to be so overwhelmingly strong. Already there now. Crypto Bloom picked up and Jojo's top. And, well, Vladdy is looking for something in bot. MKOI able to step up here, especially without Vladdy. Deadly Flourish onto Jojo. The flip back is nice. Teleport now going to be burned. Glacial Path away though. Jojo gets on out while the squishy Cassante is exposed. The ulti popped by Supa. Emperos close to dying. He's just out of range though. But Jojo also quite low. Deadly Flourish almost hits the Glacial Path. But Fnatic stopped the Baron Siege, which is more than you'd expect being this far down.
They stop it for the moment. That next wave is going to come through. With the resets and defender advantage being getting there quicker, it should be okay to clear it out. But yeah, that was a dicey one. At least they managed to hold for the second one. As you say, 50 seconds left on this Baron buff. I don't think this Red Bull Baron power play is getting much bigger.
Let's see, reset from Jojo at the very least. As he comes back out, he's walked towards the bottom lane, so he's going to get the push there, look for the inner. It's going to be handled by Elyoya and Mirwin together, and Elyoya is just shadowing, seeing if he can find a target for the Paranoia. But Emperos is so tanky at this point, and with these 2 melee carries, hard to approach the turret, so Inner should be staying standing here for that last one.
I mean, you got red-white on this bottom lane. This bot lane is not going to last long. But I think you can honestly start to rotate back over if you want. Jojo, level 16, could look for a dive.
That's all.
But I think it's a bit dicey here.
Going to Vault Breaker, Tangle Barbs, just out of reach, especially when Razork presses Q over the wall. Baron has now expired, but the next wave could just push over this turret. in the mid lane. And a bit of a reprieve for Fnatic as they bide their time and wait for this last dragon of the game. And they are lucky it is a Chemtech Soul, as Upset gets one hit by Super, almost a half HP. He will have himself his third item on the next back as well as that inner turret finally falls down. Razork really wanted his Raptors, but with Equalizer down and Paranoia, this is the final blow that MKOI want to strike on in as Blast Cone's used. Paranoia not pulled yet, but into the base. Elyoya takes it late, but even though Cease and Desist is there, the Pop Blossom to follow up. A bit messy as MKOI go in, then out, but here are the Thralls. Here's Jojo, and here is the Ice Queen running in, fearing not and charming out. Frozen Thrall's not going to come out until Bloody drops once again. His tomb was his own, but MKOI can do the rest for him as they reprieve.
I don't need a
play
keyboard
that
to play the champion.
I need a keyboard, okay? I prefer the keyboard. Renekton's hard.
We just continue to be the menace in the jungle.
Yeah.
Razork has not had a fun time this game. Impero's not going to be able to have a fun time here.
No, he's not, and he's taking some serious damage. He's going to flee, but he's over an Equalizer with their fellows hold as well. Emperos one shot away, and down he goes. There we go, Flash with again the Frozen Tomb. Jojo having a clinical series, and Baron is free for the taking as Mirwin's just going to walk in, take the plating in top, but you know this is done. It's just a slow burn to the victory line for MKOI.
Yeah, I thought the fight would be over Baron, not the Red Buff, and unfortunately it's the Red Buff that ends up being the detriment of Fnatic. This Baron will go over, and it's just there's nothing left in the map here for Fnatic. They know it themselves.
All they can do is just, I don't know, play as long as they can towards an Elder.
I don't think they're making it.
I don't think they're making it there either. But this could be our first 2-0 stretch line. Gets Jojo, Deadly Flourish, Charm. Glacier Path doesn't get him out. That's what I'm saying. But I thought you said just don't do anything.
No, God, no.
No, because that's worse.
At the right time, yeah.
At the right time, okay. Let's find the right time for Fnatic. When do you think it is?
Now.
Now. Now.
Now.
Hang on, Cease and Desist. Oh, Razork's dead. Oh dear. Death charge. Oh dear. Equalizer. Okay.
It wasn't now. It wasn't now, Asterix. It wasn't now.
Now? Anyone? No, we've run out of steam. I think Fnatic are dead here. Now Elyoya is still not dying from the GA, or rather losing it. MKOI press the button, no problem there. And our first 2-0 in the LEC spring comes from MKOI. Much better performance here today. Fnatic might go down, but in the end, it is MKOI's expectations that rise back up with a 1-in-1 week.
I mean, Elyoya had a fantastic game in this number 2.